Chrisean needs her motherfucking ass beat. And that's just where it starts and where it ends for me.
Oh boy.
Let's talk about it.
Do what I said. Don't make me have to beg. Make sure that I am fed. You know this shit is the best. He's telling all his friends that I am a super freak. Bitch, I'm classy outside, but I hoe up in them sheets. He ain't never in his life met a woman like me. Better know it damn right, cause her name is She, nigga.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this fucking episode of Baddies. I can't even believe that I'm sitting down recording this fucking video of Baddies because, first of all, I ain't done a fucking review in forever. I know. Listen, I'm okay. Hi. But listen, so let me give y'all a little bit of background details or whatever, because you know that's what I like to do best. So for those that don't know, I used to be a fan of BGC, like Bad Girls Club. That was my thing. Like, we all grew up on the same shit. We grew up on the Flavor of Loves, the I Love New Yorks, the Basketball Wives, you know, all the ratchet reality TV shows, the Love and Hip Hops, New Yorks, the Jocelyn's, all of that, whatever. And I was like everybody else. I grew up on Bad Girls Club. And so my favorite seasons actually was Natalie's season. Well, no, that season was dry, but like Natalie's season is really what put BGC onto the fucking map, if we really want to fucking be honest. Hence why Natalie is still trying to carry this fucking BGC thing as at 40 fucking years old. Like, let's be fucking real. But my favorite seasons was definitely 9 and 9. Okay, BGC 9, BGC Mexico with Megan was the best fucking season ever. Okay, best season ever. But I was a stan. Okay, I was up in the Oxygen Forum Boys with everybody else. You know, I remember when Sydney kept trying to get on. I remember when, you know, they were trying to say that, oh, there was a BGC 7 part 1 that was filmed, but then it got canceled because a girl got stabbed. Then they had to refilm it with Stassi and Judy and all the girls or whatever. So there was like 2 different New Orleans. Like, I remember that there was this one girl that used to be up in the Oxygen forums that had all the tea from the castings and all of that. We used to be excited for the replacements. We would listen. I was a fan. Like, listen, if you don't know, baby, if you don't know, maybe, okay, these reviews ain't coming out of thin air, baby. Like, I was a TV show reality girl growing up. You know, I was one of the motherfuckers on the message boards that had all the tea, that whatever. So when I say I've seen every single season of Bad Girls Club, I've seen every fucking season. And, you know, clearly after Jayla's season with the twins and they fucked up they shit, you know what I mean? That's when BGC really started taking a turn, because then, you know, production, you know, didn't want to pay the cost and and so eventually that's when Oxygen like rebranded into like, you know, like a sci-fi crime network type of, okay, and BGC fell off. And so, you know, Natalie had been trying forever to get back on TV, to stay relevant, to revive Bad Girls, whatever. And so we went through the whole thing of, because see, like I said, I'm a stan, so I don't just watch like, oh, because it's, you know, trending on Twitter. Like, I know shit, bitch, because, you know, I be looking into shit. And so I remember maybe even 2 years ago when Natalie sat down with a whole bunch of girls and they tried to do this whole little BGC revival thing. They started off on OnlyFans. They went down there, tried to film some shit. Shit happened with the twins and Christina and all the girls, and it was fucked up. Then they had to do the conversation. Then that's when they came to Zeus. Then that's when they had Baddies. Okay, so that's how we get to this point now, right? So after seeing the whole debacle of everything that happened between the OnlyFans page and then the Baddies season 1, I was just like, okay, I'm not interested. I'm not like, it's not giving what needs to be gave, because like, here's my thing, right? Not only am I a lot more involved, like I'm like, when I was watching Bad Girls Club, bitch, I was 14, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29, damn near 30 next year. You know what I mean? It's 15 motherfucking years later. Not only that, not only do you want to see people grow and evolve and shit like that, and it's like, why are we still fighting on TV? But aside from that, what made BGC so iconic wasn't just the fact that people were fighting. It was the production style of BGC. Like, I always used to say in my story times that I was the type of person who, literally, when I go outside, it's like a Bad Girls Club trailer. Specifically, BGC 9 Mexico. It's like a Bad Girls Club super trailer. Matter of fact, give it up to Bad Girls and give it up to Oxygen. Give it up to, I think, Buddha Murray. Were they the ones? Bitch, I don't remember, but give it up to them, because they are the ones who came up with the whole term super trailer. And then after that, that's when VH1 and everybody else started following. So back then, that is when you know, like the trailers and the production and everything was so good. So what made BGC so fucking epic was the editing, the way that they would put shit together, the way that in the trailers, like you would see them partying and then, you know, see them out doing random things and see them crying, then seeing them clubbing, then seeing them fight. Like it was just the way that they edited everything. And I already knew, like, okay, y'all just want to see these bitches on TV again just because y'all want to see them fight. And that's not really what made Bad Girls Lit. Like, the fighting was a huge part of it, but like, come on now, we used to get excited for the opening fight scene, you know, to see what the trailer would look like, to see what the finale would give, you know, to see what production would do to like bring girls back. Like when that shit happened on Mexico, what? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? So when, you know, the whole OnlyFans thing came around and then the whole Zeus thing came about, it was just like, it's never going to be right because what y'all are expecting, like y'all are expecting typical Bad Girls Club, it's never going to give typical Bad Girls Club because y'all don't have the same producers, y'all don't have the same editors. And then y'all are putting all this trust into fucking Zeus. Zeus, the same motherfucking network where literally in this fucking episode, as they're getting ready to go to the club, we see the fucking cameraman inside of Natalie's glasses. We putting all of our trust and faith into this fucking cheap ass network that's supposedly worth billions of goddamn dollars, but can't blur a fucking cameraman out of Natalie's glasses. Yeah, okay. Okay, and so aside from that, and aside from the fact that, bitch, I'm grown, you know what I mean? And it's just like, ugh, I'm over reality TV and shit like that. I was like, I'm not gonna watch this show. But long story short, I've been catching clips and shit on Twitter. And, you know, I was kind of intrigued because, you know, I've watched every single season. And I was kind of intrigued this season because I saw clips from last season and I was just like, okay, this is bad. But the clips that I was seeing from this season, I was like, okay, wow, this is good. And then I'm also interested because I'm like, I know Jocelyn's Cabaret. They're gonna have to figure out what to do with that. You know, like if that's even coming back, like, you know, this season was giving me that bit of feel. So I was like, okay, let's see where the fuck this can go. So I'm watching these clips and shit. And of course, we see the infamous clip of Sway versus Rock inside the sink. And this is why you don't believe in social media. Let me tell you, this is why you don't believe in fucking social media, because I'm sitting here, I'm going along with social media. I'm reading tweets, I'm seeing clips, and I'm just like, damn, Sway, you popping all that shit and da-da-da-da-da, shorty rocked you in the fucking sink. I like, believe in the fucking hype, drinking the motherfucking Kool-Aid, forming my own opinion off of nothing, right? And so eventually I said, you know what? I done seen enough clips. Let me sit down and watch this show just, you know, just as a little mental. Let me just see. Sat down, started with episode 4, fell in love, then decided to go back and watch 1 through 3. And I was like, okay. And it actually had me excited for tonight's episode, which is episode 5. And I was like, okay, because it was different from season 1. I felt like this season is kind of like, it's still giving cheap. It's still giving very, like, here's the thing with Zeus. They are very cheap. It's only 2 people with a camera, but they got 1,000 people in the motherfucking scene. Okay, 2 goddamn bodyguards. Okay, but they got 1,000 people with black shirts that say EP. Okay, they blurring out motherfucking faces of producers and shit like that to try to give it the real effect. But like, it's just so many cheap ass gimmicks with Zeus. But you can eat, like, there's no storylines. And then that's what's crazy, because in the intro, which is goddamn too fucking long. Okay, not only do we deal with the girls' intro, which is, it's cute, but it's basic. It's literally them at the fucking house. Not only do we deal with that, then after we deal with their intro, then we get like the overlay scenes of like the drone flying around all around the city. And meanwhile, the whole fucking episode will be at one house. Like, y'all know when we in TV shows and we watching movies and shit like that, and then they'll show, like, just to show you, like, okay, we're transitioning into a different scene. Oh my God. And like, literally we'll watch one entire episode, 60 minutes of them in a living room, but then have like drones flying over parks and going over towers and shit. And it's like, bitch, we still sitting in the same goddamn house. What's going on? And that's what the fucking intro gives. It's like, it'll just be music playing for like a minute as they show credits. And it's just like, that's where all your goddamn money is going. That's where all your goddamn money is going. I see storyline producers. I see this. I see that. I see a lot of shit that's not showing up in the final edit. Okay? Because again, why am I seeing the security guard and the cameraman in Natalie's glasses as she's getting ready? Like, y'all are making too much fucking money, Zeus. Okay? But I digress. I fucking digress. I like the way that they're doing this season, or the way that Natalie's doing it, because last season, a lot of girls didn't want to give. And last season, there wasn't really a bit of a concept. This season is more so of like, okay, Baddies on the road. And I feel like, especially if you're going to be cheap and you're not going to at least have the production and editing styles of the last company that did BGC, the very least that you can do is vlog on the road, because then it makes it look a lot more lit than it actually is. Because when you're literally just filming in the house, unless you film it up, like fill it up with some activities or like do something, it's gonna fucking look crazy and it's gonna give what last fucking season gave. So Natalie decided to take the girls on the road, and then the fact that she decided to, you know, handpick different girls from different shows on the Zeus Network, kind of like an all-stars baddies type thing. I love that concept. I love that, because we get to sprinkle in a little bit of bad girls, you know, that we're familiar with. But then at the same time, it's kind of like new school meets old school, because the OG bad girls from Oxygen, they are on some new and improved, and BG fans are toxic. BG fans are like Drag Race fans, very toxic and very much like always want them to fight, or they make a wrong move, then they get in suicide, death threats, and all of that. And so a lot of the BGC girls are on a different type of time, whereas these new girls, they don't really give a fuck and they turn. You know what I'm saying? So I like where this concept is going. So I'm like, okay, let's get into it. So before we get into the episode tonight, I want to, you know, fill y'all up with what I was feeling these last couple of episodes. So I don't like Rock. I don't like Chrisean. I don't. I think she's dirty. I think she's immature. I think she's petty. I think she's loud. I think she's extremely insecure. Yes, she can fight, but who gives a fuck? We're not 12 anymore. That's no longer impressive. Okay, learn how to use your words. And I understand that she's 21, but don't nobody give a damn. Y'all gonna stop babying these bitches and giving excuses to motherfuckers. You're old enough. You're old enough. Okay, you're old enough. Old enough, okay? And like I said, don't believe the hype on social media, because if I would have believed the hype on social media, I would have been like, oh my God, Sway, why you bullying her? Why you bullying her? And then when I actually sat and I watched the episodes, like I could not stop fucking tweeting about that shit. I was like, oh no. Rock is very, very fucking problematic and negative and a Debbie fucking Downer, which is actually how her and Natalie got into it at the end of this episode, but we'll get there. But I called that shit out the first episode. I was like, oh no, she's trying too hard. She's a tryhard. She reminds me of the girl that never got picked, the girl that never got chosen, the girl that maybe watched all of these shows with envy. Like it's almost like if you can't beat them, join them. But like the opposite, it's like if you can't beat them and you can't join them, then you try to beat them up. That's what Rock is. It's like since I can't join you, I'm gonna try to beat you up. You know what I mean? Since I can't sit at your table, I'm gonna go flip your table over type shit. Like I'm gonna hate from outside the club because I can't even get in. That's what Rock gives. And y'all live for the shits. Like y'all live for her shits. And I just don't understand why. Because I'm like, every time she's on the screen, I roll my eyes. Every time she's on the screen, the energy changes. Every time she's on the screen, it's flat lines. She's not giving anything other than her hands. What is she giving? What is she giving? What is she giving? And she only wants to pop at the instant because she has mental issues going on. You know what I'm saying? It's not even justifiable pops that she's trying to do. So it's just like, I don't see it. I don't get the point. But again, I guess everybody gonna go off for her, gonna go up for her because, you know, whatever. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't gonna review this together as shit, but here we are. Okay. Zeus is trash. The production is trash. The owner is trash. Okay. I was supposed to make a video a couple of weeks back about the whole Funky Dineva, Fox, TGI, Soul, whatever shit between them and Mr. Plummer. Trash. So y'all already know how I feel going into this, okay? As far as that situation with Rolly and Ann, I felt like, well, after the fight with Rolly and Ann, because that's what we picking up with on episode. No. Was that episode 4? Girl, I don't remember. Y'all watched the show. But Rolly and Slim, I felt like Rolly was doing too much because I'm just like Slim, and I'm just like, Ann, if somebody is touching my shit, or if I don't like somebody, I don't want them near my shit, especially if this is supposed to be a spinoff off of a show where y'all are notorious for touching people's shit. Like, baby, don't be nowhere near my shit. Like, so Rolly going off on Slim for finding like, I thought that was some pussy ass shit. I did not like that. And I'm not like everybody else that's going to sit here and be like, oh my God, they made up so quick. That's what sisters are supposed to do. No. Because that was a red flag right there, Slim. That was a red flag. I'm sorry. That was a red motherfucking flag. Like, oh, no. I'm not about to sit here and be happy that they made up. No, because maybe that was a moment right there where Slim should have been like, oh no, this is really not my bitch. Because if you really my bitch, I should be able to tell you that you was wrong. And I understand, don't get me wrong, I understand where it's like, okay, well, you can tell me I'm wrong, but don't tell me I'm wrong in front of other people or tell me I'm wrong in front of my enemies. Okay, that's cool, but she didn't even do it in a trying to clown you type of way. And I understand that you was mad, I understand that you was frustrated, but at the same time, then you should have been more apologizing about that once you finally understood what the fuck she was trying to tell you the whole time. I didn't like the way that she came in slim. I didn't, because I felt like it was very ignorant, I felt like it was very immature, and I felt like it was very just lowbrow and low vibrational, like very low vibrational. And I thought I was gonna like Rolly. See that, like, that's the fucking thing. So that's the fucking thing. It's like when you watch these clips on social media or you go based off of what people are saying on social media, you have these feelings. But then when you watch the actual show in its entirety and you actually look at everything and not from a place of trauma, okay, because y'all, you know how y'all bitches like to watch TV. Y'all like to see what y'all like to see and hear what y'all like to hear. Now, I'm watching it objectively and literally clocking everybody for what it is that they individually do on a fucking TV screen, okay? And so when you watch it like that, it's like, really, see, I thought I was going to like you. I thought I was going to like you. I didn't know you from your past show, but I thought I was going to like you. But because especially you couple that with some of the things that she was saying later on, and we're going to get to. I was like, really, I don't know about you. I think you giving off immature vibes too. And then you got the nerve to say you 29, but you giving off immature vibes just like what's her name? Rocky. Like you, okay. Let me see what else. Let's get the fucking to her. Okay. And leftover BGC replacement. And as a leftover BGC replacement. But now listen, I always root for the underdog. You know, trauma does. We like trauma mind just a little bit. Okay. Only when it's justifiable. And it's like a BGC replacement. That never was. Okay, you can tell that she's study Bad Girls Club. You can tell that she's here to try to. It's almost like she's like the puppet, but not really. Like the secret spotted show, but not really. Like the one that said it. Like I don't know how to explain it, but she's doing the goddamn fucking most, and not enough to be the motherfucking host. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that mad at Persuasion. I'm not that mad at Persuasion because I was watching Persuasion get rocked left and right, and I'm like, oh, look at her trying to suck up to Rock, like now that she done got her ass beat. And then when I actually watched the full scene, I realized, oh no, that's not what it was at all. Like she really didn't want to touch the little girl, but like, damn. Like, so I was feeling sway. And then even the way that Ann came on her, I thought that was pussy as fuck. I'm like, bitch, you literally just want to fucking fight. You literally just want camera time. And like, the fact that you're even like bragging about that, it makes you look even corny in my mind. Like, it makes you look even cornier. So I was just like, like that it's nobody on the show that I truly, truly like other than maybe Slim. And right now, I guess Scotty. I was feeling J-Lo, but she's messy. She's messy. And I don't like the fact that they try to twist Ann's words and make it look like she was dragging the fuck out of J-Lo and Natalie. And even if she was, bitch, so fucking what? Because did she lie? J-Lo, that was messy as fuck. You putting the battery in this bitch back. Like, you know, listen, because Chrisean, before they even got to the fucking show, Natalie said that they was in the airport and this bitch pulled the fire alarm. Ain't shit about that funny. This bitch pulled the motherfucking fire alarm knowing that there's certain words and certain things that you damn sure cannot do. And damn sure not being black. Doing it in the fucking airport. And this bitch doing all of them. Okay? All of them plus more. In the goddamn airport. And then going to sit there and ride on a little luggage thing. Like, none of that shit is cute. It gives immature. It gives touched. Like Jayla said, it gives touched. Okay? It gives her elevator does not go up to the top floor. Okay? It gives the mouse does not go around the wheel all the way. Okay? It's giving slow. I was about to say the R word, but we're not gonna go there. We just starting back. We're not going to cancel. It's giving slow. Okay, because it ain't giving Shikari. It's giving slow. And so I don't know, but y'all gonna keep on babying her. I don't like that. Jayla is messy. She shouldn't put the battery in her back, but I don't like the fact that y'all baby Chrisean. Like I said, Slim is my favorite, and Natalie is too old. Okay, so 20 minutes into this goddamn review, now we can finally get started with the motherfucking review. Okay, so we have this new girl, right? We got this new girl. Natalie is introducing this new girl named Scotty. I'm like, who the fuck is she? Am I supposed to know who she is? Like, it's almost because this show is so fucking cheap that it's just like, oh my god! Like, y'all could have gotten Dario from Chasing Reality to fucking edit this shit. Like, his productions is way better than this shit. Zeus, y'all got too many goddamn millions for your shit to be looking so goddamn cheap. Oh my god, I want black people to do better. It's just like invest in yourself. And that's going to be a whole separate video on its own. That's going to be a commentary video on its own. Make sure y'all check out my podcast and make sure y'all subscribe. That's going to be a commentary video on its own, because it's like Zeus. As much money as y'all fucking got, it's giving vanity titles right now. It's giving vanity titles. It's giving chat, I don't even know what else to fucking say, but it's just given like y'all got money, but where's it really being invested? Because it's clearly not being invested into the budget. It's clearly not being invested into, you know, actually like y'all feel. Here's the thing with Zeus, because I can really maybe I should just do a whole separate video on Zeus, the network. Okay, the network. Okay, the network. You know, I'm just we're not gonna get canceled. We're not gonna get canceled. Let's focus on the show. So Scotty comes in and I'm like, are we supposed to know her? But then I'm like, okay, that's kind of the concept of the show, where it's different girls from different places. Because I'm like, was she on BGC or was she like, I don't know. Okay, because it almost seems like I don't know what Natalie's fucking casting process was with these bitches. Because when I was looking at the actual like call sheet for all the girls, everybody had a place to belong to other than Anne, Scotty, and honestly, Rock. Because it was like, okay, they was on like BGC or they was on like, you know, Chance's show or whatever. But it's just like, okay, we just gonna pick these random 3 bitches out of nowhere. And it's just like, so when Jayla's talking about something, oh, I know Scotty, I love her. And Natalie's talking about, I know Scotty, I love her. And she runs Charlotte. And I'm like, where am I supposed to know her from? Because right now it's very much giving BGC's social invasion or whatever they tried to do that season with all the popular influencers that we knew nothing about. That's what it's giving. That's what the fuck it was giving. But the new girl coming in, she popping her shit as she should. I mean, this is baddies, this is bad girls, whatever. Come in, pop your shit. Now the problem with that is Rock is mad that the attention is not on her. Rock is automatically talking shit, like talking cash money shit to this girl. And it's like, Roxy, this is why I don't fucking like you. And this is why you need your ass whooped. This is why somebody need to slap this shit out of your ass. Because why are you going back and forth with this girl that you do not know? It's giving insecure. It's giving, oh my gosh, she's so pretty and the attention's not on me. It's giving, oh my gosh, she's pretty and she's going to take all the niggas. It's giving, oh my gosh, she's pretty and she reminds me of all the people in elementary that bullied me. Like, baby, go deal with your problems. Go deal with your trauma. Go deal with your trauma, and I don't care what y'all say. I'm not gonna say, hey, baby, this little bitch because she can fight. I don't care. I'm gonna beat her little ass. I don't give a fuck. Like, it was real petty, real immature, and it was just like, oh my God, get her off of my TV. Because one thing that I cannot say, especially in 2022, now that I've dealt with my trauma and healed from my trauma, I don't want to be around nobody with bad energy or bad trauma. Bad trauma, bad karma, bad all that. Like, girl, go deal with your vibes. Go deal with your vibes. Go. Okay? Especially when Rock didn't used to be like that. I saw videos of her as a teenager. She didn't even talk that way. She didn't act that way. And granted, you know, I understand some people are raised up. Some people get dragged up. Like I was dragged up. I get it. And I understand trauma changes you and you trust people. And okay, but we're not going to. Because I can't tell you how many comments, like I literally searched her name on Twitter because as a new fan of the show, I'm like trying to see, you know, how do people really feel about her, and everybody making excuses for her, like, oh my God, she just been through so much and she's really a good person deep down. It's okay, well, don't nobody want to see this shit. Okay, I'm not paying at all. My friend's not paying every month for Zeus for us to watch. And watch somebody sit here and be a fucking tyrant. Okay? Bitch, go deal with your trauma. And then when you're a little bit more fun, a little bit more lively, then come back and join us. Okay? But right now, sis, since you don't know how to play on the playground, take your ass home. Take your fucking ass home. Okay? So like I said, her and Scotty, they going back and forth, but it's really more so a Rock just talking out the side of her neck with like all of these like side comments and shit like that. Like she being real weird. She like, oh, who said I can't throw a punch? Or some shit she said like that, almost like who said I can't fight or who said I can't throw a punch. And then I guess she wasn't expecting Scotty to say something because Scotty was like, huh? Or whatever the fuck Scotty said. To which Chrisean was like, oh, no, I was just talking to myself. No. Like, no, bitch, you know what the fuck you was doing. You was trying to throw your weight around the room and bitch was matching your energy and you didn't want to. See, that's the thing. And I've noticed that throughout these 4 episodes. It's like these bitches pick and choose when they want to fight or when they want to. Which is crazy because immediately after, hold on, let me make sure. Is there anything else I want to say about Scotty? Scotty was just ready to knock a few bucks. Like I said, Chrisean was like, oh, I like Shorty, but somebody gave her the wrong pep talk. No, bitch, you're just a problem. Okay? But speaking of the problem, this is why I say none of these bitches are really likable because first of all, we got Natalie sitting here co-producing a goddamn scene because just everything is like, none of this shit is organic. Like you can literally, it's almost like I might as well be sitting here with a script, like with a manuscript, reading along, like, okay, Natalie stands in living room, camera 1 faces this way, camera 2 point that way, all the girls at this angle, camera shot at this angle, light up here, security back there, because you can see their shadow on the camera over here. Okay, like, I might as well, because everything is just so organized and detailed, and none of it flows organically. It's just like, this is a show, and I am host. It's almost like a game show. That's what it gives. It's almost like a game show, because the way that Natalie is just standing there, and the way that we got all the crew in production that you know is standing there, because you can literally feel their presence, if not goddamn see them on camera. Okay? But you got Natalie standing there like, so how do you girls feel about Anne? Why the fuck would you ask this question? Why would you? Why are we asking this question? Oh, because here's my thing. If we're gonna be the Shawnee O'Neal of the show, do it better. Do it better. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna throw the rock and hide our hands, make sure I can't see no fingers. Okay? Because it's just like you standing in the front of the room asking a messy question, being messy. Then in the confessionals, I don't know what's going on with these girls. They just can't shut up. They can't seem to stop fighting. Well, bitch, if you stop asking them dumbass questions that's riling them up, how everybody feel about Ann? Fuck you, mean how everybody feel about Ann? The whole fucking house just for the bitch. Y'all done been here 2 days. Well, no. Because honestly, y'all know how Zeus be doing. Okay, we on the 5th episode, done been here 2 days. Okay, and they stretched that shit out. Okay, they stretched all of these footages out. Okay, done been here 2 motherfucking days and got 5 episodes worth of footage that they done stretched out. And within them 2 days, Chrisean, and them for every motherfucking body in the goddamn house. Literally. So when you standing there in front of the room, how everybody feel about Ann, bitch, how the fuck you think they feel? Brie don't like her because she don't like the fact that she brought up her vagina. But at the same time, Brie, I mean, listen, I like you, Brie, but all you had to do was be like, bitch, my pussy, my business. Next. And that shit right there. Y'all drag that shit out for a storyline. Okay. Jayla, you're weird. You're weird. Like, Jayla, I liked you, but you're weird because you got mad at her for calling you out. And literally said to you, like, yeah, I said it's up aside. Yeah, I said it's up aside. And so, Jayla, you and your confession was talking about something. Oh, I done spared her. And you talking all that shit when she upstairs, but it's just like, mama, she was right in your face and she literally said, beside. And nothing was up. Okay? Moving it along. Rolly, you're mad because you're weird. And you're mad at the fact that she's like, why do you have your shit like? So now you injecting yourself into somebody else's beef and want to fight over what? Persuasion. I'm not even going to hold too much with you. I'm not even going to hold you too much because Ann was definitely wrong for Ann picked that fight with you. So persuasion. Okay, persuasion. Move it over to the side. You good. Who else? Slim. I like you, Slim. And I said that on Twitter and you like my tweet. I like you, Slim. But what you said was some corny shit because listen, and this is what I'm saying because first of all, Rock was doing too much when Scotty came in. Then cool down. Cool. Then it's like, okay, how do we feel about Ann? And everybody is literally going through their problems and shit like that. And it's just like everything that you feel or think does not need to be said. I understand we're doing a TV show, but everything that you think or say doesn't need to, because it was the way that everybody was literally just piling on Ann. It came off like, damn, ain't nobody got a heart. Like, it ain't gonna be one person that's gonna be like, okay, damn, she really like taking a lot right now. I like y'all all didn't have to bring up your deepest traumas and your deepest, hate for her out of the pits of your soul. Like, y'all could have just been like, I mean, she ain't my cup of tea. But it's like, no, everybody is trying to take it to the 10th degree, and it really came off like everybody's trying to show how bad they are to Scotty or like throw their weight around and just make themselves seem bad for Scotty. And it's like, because even with you, Slim, on some, now my best friend don't fuck with you, I ain't fucking with you. Like, was that necessary? What's understood does not need to be explained. Was that necessary? All you had to do was be like, I'm all right. But everybody was like going after Ann with level 10 energy. And again, I'm not even gonna hold Ann. They all weird. They all are weird. And that seems to be the word of the season. But they're all weird. But I just didn't like the way that they were all ragtagging like that. I didn't like that. And then, Natalie asked, how do y'all feel about Scotty? And it's just like, again, Natalie, why are we asking these elementary ass questions? Like, why are we asking these elementary ass fucking remedial ass questions? Like, how do we feel about Scott? We don't fucking know her. Okay. And then again, everybody trying to prove how bad they are. I mean, I ain't saying we're going to be friends, but you know, we going to see. And I don't know the bitch like that, but if she come for me, I'm going to smack her. Like, why is all of that necessary? Why is all of that necessary? Jayla's answer was genuine because she already knows her, so that doesn't count. Slim's answer was the only one that I really appreciated, because Slim was just like, listen, we needed some new energy. Let's turn the fuck up. Rolly ass was on some like, Rolly, you 29, grow up. Child, let's move it the fuck along. This shit is already long enough, okay? So, yeah, like I said, Chrisean is jealous. She does the most. The little girl needs therapy. That's what the fuck she needs. She doesn't need to be on TV. She needs therapy, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so the living room meeting continues. Like I said, Rolly is explaining her fight. You know, her fight went in. All the girls did the most in this moment. Like I said, it was never that deep the way that it escalated. You know, they were all trying to come off hard to Scotty. Anne explains her side. She starts arguing with Britt. I'm just like, why? Why? Like, Brie, all of this could have been avoided had you just said, my puss, my business. That's it. Like, I'm not understanding why they're going so hard with it. So, Natalie says that she's not replacing anybody else. Okay? She said that she's not replacing anybody else. And I'm like, well, duh, bitch. Like, this is not Bad Girls Club. Like, the fuck? Like, this is Zeus Network. And we already know how cheap y'all are. Okay? Again, the fucking camera guy in the glasses. We already know how fucking cheap y'all are. So, of course, you're not replacing nobody else. Because, of course, your cheap ass not going to want to pay nobody else to come on this goddamn show. We know that. We know how this shit fucking works. We know how it works. Okay, so this is where we get to the boat ride. Honestly, there was really nothing that happened in this episode. There's nothing that happens anytime we watch a Zeus Network show, but we're just going to stretch it out. Okay, somehow we already over 33 minutes. Okay, but we're just going to stretch it out, right? Like they do. So Natalie leaves Scotty and Ann together, and she goes to get on a boat ride, you know, with the BGC girls. And she keeps calling them OG BGC girls, even though they're not really OGs. Okay, because they were in the last few seasons. Okay, literally like 14, 15, 16. Like, they are not OGs, but I guess for the point of like this being baddies and y'all understand what she's trying to do, I guess, whatever. But she decides to have like basically a Bad Girls Club day with them on a boat. And again, this is where it's revealed how cheap this show is, because it's just like, y'all on this cheap ass motorboat that looked like it probably cost $20. Okay, like even the fucking New York City ferries to get to the goddamn beach look better than this shit. Okay, like, literally on a fucking motor fishing boat. Okay, not even no yacht, nothing luxury, a motor fishing boat, and this murky ass, brown ass, dark ass water. And then I saw on Twitter that it's at some type of lake or whatever that's real basic as hell. And I'm like, oh yeah, we could tell. Y'all on this shit, and literally no DJ, no one. Like, this is how Zeus gets away with murder. Because literally, as long as you got bottles, you got bitches twerking, you got music playing in the background, you know, as part of the scene, and you chop that shit up in slow motion, or you add in some drone footage, oh, you can make it look more lit than it actually is. But somebody that knows videos and knows how to edit videos and all of that, I'm just like, what the fuck are we looking at? What are we looking at? Like, am I supposed to be inspired by this? Am I supposed to want to, oh my, like, they just, season 3, I'm going to need them to come with a budget. I'm going to need them to come with a budget, because when I'm watching this show, I'm supposed to want to be inspired. Like, Bad Girls Club made motherfuckers want to get up and fight because it looked cool. It made us want to get, like, they made the party, like, they just, ooh, they did that shit. This shit, it's like, girl, y'all are literally turning up in your backyard on your front lawn. Well, backyard lawn. It's like, none of this shit looks inspiring. Like, it's not making me want to go rent a yacht with my girls. And it's like, y'all supposed to be baddies. Y'all supposed to, like, be living this lifestyle. But it's just, it comes across so cheap and so immature. So, I mean, listen, nothing really happened. Like I said, it's a very cheap boat ride. at some point they mentioned that it's Scotty's birthday, so they're like, oh, we're gonna turn up. Natalie asking how they all feel about her. They're like, oh, we're gonna give her a chance. We're gonna turn up for her birthday. Whatever. Okay. And then Natalie brings up, oh, like, I have a plan. If Ann can't get it together, then we just gonna leave a note on her door that says, yeah, we got you a plane ticket. Goodbye. We leaving. Like, what type of shit is that? Like, Natalie, grow the fuck up. Seriously, grow the fuck up. And all the girls sitting there agreeing, like, no, grow the fuck up. Like, see, that's what I mean. It's like they'll have these moments where they want to be like, oh, this is not Bad Girls Club. This is not BGC. But then yet they want to incorporate BGC elements into this shit. It's like, are y'all grown women or are y'all not? Because right now, so Scotty and Ann, they in the backyard playing some type of game. And again, like I said, this is one of them another scenes where it just feels very produced. Like they literally just standing there talking. We see the cameraman in the background filming. Okay, we see the people coming up in a white car and in the back of them, you know, trying to be nosy, seeing what they filming and shit. It's just very ghetto, very, very low budget, very Section 8. Okay. And so Ann basically explains her beef with each of the people that's in the house or whatever. And, you know, like I said, pretty much every beef she was justified in other than with Persuasion. That's the only beef that I feel like she did too much. So we get to Slim, we get to Rolly and Rock. You know, the girls are sitting on the dock in their bathing suits. Rolly, listen, baby. Rolly looked a hot ass fucking mess on her bathing suit. Okay. She looked a hot ass mess. See, now I can't even fucking talk. She looked a hot ass mess in her bathing suit. Okay, see, that's what you get when you're talking shit about people. Okay, God be knowing. But no, Rolly looked a hot fucking mess on her bathing suit, and I was just like, It was giving Lizzo. It's like, listen, because she a thick girl. BBW ass on smother you. You know what I'm saying? So I would never tell a bitch, you know, what to wear. Unless it's me telling Rolly to not wear that. Okay, listen, she looked a hot fucking mess. It was giving Lizzo when she tried to come out in a sheer dress and be all naked and then had no undergarments on. It just looked bad. Okay, and you could be naked. You could be revealing. Baby, I do it all the time. Okay, but you got to wear shit that is, like, you got to know your body. Everybody can't wear everything. And I'm sorry, you can't call it fat phobia, call it fat shaming. Okay, listen, I'm a fat shamer today. Listen, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it on my way to hell. Okay, but she looks a hot fucking mess. Okay, and Slim, if y'all really that good of friends, then why you ain't tell her she looked a hot fucking mess? Like, okay, it's a way to look sexy and be revealing and you know, without coming out wearing dental floss and looking a goddamn fucking mess. Okay, like, no, it was just ill-fitting. It was very, very ill-fitting. Very, very ill-fitting. Very, very ill-fitting. And I'm not trying to drag her. Oh my god, yes I am. She looked bad. Anyway, so Rolly and Slim, they discuss Ann's fight, and now Rock is starting to get mad at her confessional. She like, oh, these bitches is weird. Let me tell y'all, I figured out what it is with Rock. Rock wants to be seen as the girl, like she wants to be anti-reality show, but be on a fucking reality show. Like Rock is one of those girls that wants to call out the bullshit and, oh, I'm the realest bitch here, because she's insecure. And I know plenty of people like her. Okay, there's a lot of people within the culture that are like her. When you feel insecure because maybe you're not pretty enough, maybe your confidence is not enough, maybe then that's when you want to resort to these hands, or I keep it real. And it's just like, what does that do though? What does that do? It's just like, I guess she's trying to resonate with that side of the audience that is looking to, because there's always, you know, going to be that part of the audience that's like, oh, these girls are doing this for the storyline. Oh, these girls are doing the most. Where the real people at? Where the people I can resonate with? And it's just, I don't know. It, like, even Rock doesn't read as authentic. Like, you read it as you trying too fucking hard. You're trying too hard. Like, she's trying too hard to come off as a girl that keeps it real. And it's like, bitch, go sit the fuck down and be real with yourself. Okay, how about that? Okay, it's an insecure ass defense mechanism, basically. So Slim even calls that shit out, right? And she's like, Rock, you know, like she said in her confessional, like, I feel like Rock is just mad because the eyes is no longer on her. Like, you know, there's a new bitch in town. And so Rolly is like, oh, I didn't come here to argue or fight with these bitches. And I'm like, well, then don't. It's crazy how all of these bitches say that, but then on a show called Baddies, like, all of y'all say this and then turn up in a hot motherfucking second. Like, if you didn't come here to fight or argue, then let that shit roll off your back. Okay, water off a duck's back or whatever they fucking call it. Quack, quack, motherfucker. Like, y'all get upset at the dumbest of shit. Hell, you just got upset at your best fucking friend because you felt like she was trying to play you. But you didn't come here to fight and argue with bitches. Yet you just argued with a bitch and for the bitch within an hour. Make it make sense. So we get to, the part where they all getting ready to go to the club. And reluctantly is going out, even though she feel like she doesn't like the club or whatever. Listen, it doesn't feel good to be by yourself. So that did kind of make me sad for her because I remember the old BG days where it was like the girls would like all be clicked up and then the one would be like off to themselves. That is never good. But I mean, this is what you sign up for. This is what you sign up for. So we on the bus ride and we got Sway and Bree going back and forth with each other because Sway feels like, Bree, I love you, but mama, you keep bringing up this bitch and I'm gonna need you to stop giving her life. Like, stop bringing her up. And I get it. But Sway, watch your tone. Watch your tone. Because we're supposed to be friends. I understand we drinking. I understand we pre-gaming. I understand we doing all this, that, and the third. But baby, pull me to the side. Because right now your tone is giving, I'm gonna curse you out for TV. And let's hope that it's that. Because I know if you talking to me like that in real life, and that's your tone with me in real life, oh no, we definitely would not be friends. And we definitely would be fucking fighting. Because why is your tone that fucking high and that goddamn annoyed with Brie? Like, I understand, okay, she keeps bringing up the fact that she got a problem with this girl, that's fine. And we don't know how many times that she brought it up. But at the same time, it's just like, damn, was it really not necessary to go in on her like that and then on camera and then in front of everybody on a full fucking bus, knowing that the girl that she's talking about is 10 feet away? I didn't like that. I did not like that. Rock tries to make shit about her because because Rock is up in the front with Ann. Why, I don't know, when they don't even like each other. And then Rock is coming back like, oh, y'all talking about me, like trying to get involved. And it was like, no, bitch, ain't nobody talking about you. Go sit your little ass down. So Natalie's like, listen, I'm going to be real. Chrisean be getting on my goddamn nerves. And I'm like, finally, somebody fucking says it because it's just like, we're not going to keep babying this bitch. Don't nobody care if she has hands. Like, we will fuck this bitch up. Don't nobody care that she got hands. Don't nobody care that she got hands, and we're not going to tiptoe around her because she has hands. And see, this is basically where the episode ends, right? Because Chrisean is talking all over Natalie. She's calling Natalie weird because Natalie decides to, do an EP move, right? Because everybody keep calling Natalie EP. So she's like, okay, let me pull my power and, pull a Shawnee on nail on y'all. Thank you for your services type shit. Now, I feel like part of it was pussy because, yes, it is, it's Rock and she got hands or whatever. But then at the same time, I don't care. I don't care. As long as we get to see Chrisean reprimanding in some type of way, whether she has to get off the bus or she doesn't go to the club. But like, if this is literally just as simple as, oh, pull a bus over so Natalie can get off the bus while Chrisean stays there and they still go out and party anyways, then it's just like, okay, what was all of that for? But if it's on some, oh no, we pulling this bus over so we can throw that bitch out and she can take her ass back home, I would like to see it. Because we're not going to keep babying Chrisean. We're not. And we're not going to say that she's getting bullied because she's not. Chrisean has a lot of fucking mouth. She's the one person in the house that has the most mouth. None of her fucking confessionals are positive. They're all negative. Anytime anybody else talks, it's negative. She's a Debbie Downer. And we're not going to keep babying her. Don't nobody want to be around that energy, especially when you're going out to turn up and have fun. Don't nobody want to be around that. And me as somebody who parties a lot, I don't want to be around that. So I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for the episode next week. Like I said, if Natalie does all of that and causes that whole scene just to literally get off the bus and like take her own to the club and they still all out together anyways, that okay, Natalie. But if she literally throws Chrisean off, like, which it seems like that's what she's about to do because the way that she was like, get that little bitch off my bus, I would like to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Speaking of, next episode seems like it's gonna be good because we got Slim versus. Hold up. I wrote it down. We got Slim versus Rock, which is gonna be cute. And then we got Jayla versus Rolly. That's gonna be real cute. I'm rooting for Slim and I'm rooting for Slim and I'm rooting for Jayla. Because I want somebody to beat this shit out of Rock ass. I want somebody to beat the shit out of her ass. Even though we already know Slim gonna be bloody. But I want somebody to beat the shit out of Rock ass. She need her ass fucking beat. Because y'all done hyped her head up way too fucking much and got that girl thinking that she is that bitch. And she's not. She's pretty. But I mean, is it fashion? No. Okay, so let me know how y'all felt about this episode down in the comment box below, bitch. You know, stream my motherfucking music as if you give a damn, okay? As if you give a motherfucking damn, okay? And then comment down your opinion down in the comment box below as if I give a damn, all right? I love each and every one of y'all. And HD, boo. Mwah. See, that is what we're going to go ahead and end this video. Now, remember, if you hated me for that opinion, don't worry, girl. There's a lot more where that came from. Just make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe and turn your notifications on. For extended videos and exclusive content, including full episodes of my new weekly podcast, Let's Start There. Make sure that y'all go ahead and subscribe to patreon.com/Sky Santana. And also, make sure that y'all join the bandit mailing list in the description box. So that way, y'all hoes never miss a video. Make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter so that we can engage and argue back and forth. And, you know, just stay tuned for the hot shit that's coming to you, bitch. Okay? I love y'all. Bye.
Nothing for free. I cuss a lot.